team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Horned Frogs will put total leather to crank us up. Bringing it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So Texas Tech's offense will take the field first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want the...
Breaks into the open. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. The Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up.
I love the play call. First play of the game, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players the football right now and let you know about it. Awesome job.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense will get the ball for the first time. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You've got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The play-action fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game, touchdown, Horned Frogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
To the air on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Now the play fake. Gets it out quickly. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. The Red Raiders with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Red Raiders come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on fourth down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for six. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Big game, so now toe.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line.
Did you eat your pizza? Did you eat your pizza?
They'll leave it with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Johnson wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Red Raiders in the hurry up. Sends it back in motion. The option look. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one. Punt is in the air on 4th down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Johnson looking to throw. Time to take a shot.
You in the trenches, Youngin.
Goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. Touchdown, TCU. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And the Red Raiders racing to the line in a hurry up. He'll do it himself. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He fires one deep down the right side.
know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Johnson wants to throw it. Buying some time. Throwing on the run. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. Down in the game, there's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you do, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you're trying to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Johnson looking to throw. Wide open downfield. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Off play action on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He's got it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Calls his own number. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Touchdown, TCU!
Yellow.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Father. Yes, sir.
You want to be out today?
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Can you jump off your AirPod?
Yes.
If I, I make you one before then.
And the coverage team.
You need it for the Lexus?
No, for the bin.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll drop it.
But that's not a rush, so that's not a big,
I mean, even if so, I can come past
And you know the defense is going to be really,
tomorrow.
really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot.
You need it today?
Before they decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
I need you for a few minutes.
Turn it over and throw
You got some time tomorrow.
Okay.
After the boys go to sleep or whatever, you get settled.
Okay.
I gotta put this Christmas tree back up in the garage.
Okay. You work from you go to work.
I go to work tomorrow, so it'll be in the afternoon.
Okay, yeah. I'll have them settled by 7:30, 8 o'clock, so then I can just leave back out.
Yeah. So we'll talk tomorrow anyway.
All right, cool.
All right.
And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short pass is the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Johnson wants to throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. He'll return it from the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on first.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Oh, they're after him. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. The snap sets up to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Center perfect. Let's studio now and check in with Kevin Connor.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, bro. I feel like this is gambling.
What do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Boise State looked like a bunch of world beaters. I think a lot of people forget just how much this program dominated the WAC and Mountain West conferences, and they're a problem again. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking for a crease. It's Rucci. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments. Johnson looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I feel like this defense really needed that, man. They need a shot in the arm. They've had some bad possessions, not been great. Nice job getting to the quarterback, getting in a predictable 3rd and long situations where now you can unleash that pass rush.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Nice move to keep running.
And he just refused to go down. Did you see him break all those tackles? That was unbelievable. You saw the power and the speed, but also just the will and desire to make those guys miss. That's impressive.
Off play action. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick strike complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking downfield on first down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. They'll run play action. Now he's going to break the pocket.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Red Raiders didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Powers forward. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He'll keep it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. The throw. Zings it complete to the right.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback D go in the other direction.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And the point after is good. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Gives it to the back on the draw. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's complete to the right. And they make the...
Bro. Dislocated shoulder. Okay.
Making connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line. A red zone chance. The Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. Let's go, let's go. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense. They're taking advantage of 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Trying to power it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
Yeah.
It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down. What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it, and the offense should be able to run out the clock. The Horned Frogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking to the end zone. Touchdown! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. Used the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.